We're gathered here today to witness the union of Henry and Claire. Today is the beginning of a remarkable journey for this couple. Drawing on their mutual admiration, respect, and trust, they are ready to embark on the next chapter in their lives and nurture a love that makes them better versions of themselves. We wish them joy on this joyous occasion. Marriage is an integral part of the human tradition. Let us remember as we stand here at Buckskin Pass that the vows taken today hold great importance, as they did to our ancestors. As individuals, we make choices to enter the union of marriage in order to share all aspects of ourselves with our soulmate. Today, this is true for both Henry and Claire. There are few greater joys in life than finding someone with whom we truly feel at peace with. In that spirit, I will now share a short reading on marriage from Judge Margaret H. Marshall. Marriage is a vital social institution. The exclusive commitment of two individuals to each other nurtures love and mutual support. It brings stability to our society. For those who choose to marry, it is their children. For those who choose to marry and for their children, marriage provides an abundance of legal, financial, and social benefits. In return, it imposes weighty legal, financial, and social obligations. Without question, civil marriage enhances the welfare of the community. It is a social institution of highest importance. Marriage also bestows enormous private and social advantages to those who choose to marry. Civil marriage is at once a deeply personal commitment to another human being and a highly public celebration of the identities of mutuality, companionship, intimacy, fidelity, and family. Because it fulfills yearnings for security, safe haven, and connections that express our common humanity, civil marriage is an esteemed institution, and the decision whether and whom to marry is among life's most monuments of acts of self-definition. Together, we take this moment to acknowledge the seriousness of the commitment being entered into today. With great joy, we also recognize the special bond shared by both Henry and Claire. Love is the soil from which life itself grows, as Carl Sagan famously wrote. The world is so exquisite and with so much love and moral depth. We should remain grateful for every day, for the brief but magnificent opportunities that life provides. The sum of all of our evolution, our thinking, and our accomplishments is love. I will now invite the couple to share their vows with one another. Henry and Claire, the promises you make here today are sacred. They are the groundworks from which your marriage will grow and blossom over time. Before you declare your vows to one another, I want to hear you confirm that it is indeed your intention to be married today. Henry, do you come here freely, without reservation, and give yourself to Claire in marriage, for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
So, say I do.
Oh, I do. I am in it to win it.
One more time.
I do.
Claire, do you come here freely and without reservation and give yourself to Henry in marriage for as long as you both shall live? If so, answer, I do. Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
Henry and Claire, having heard it is your intention to be married to each other, I now ask you to declare your marriage vows. Please face each other and hold hands. You can hold one hand too. As you state your prepared vows, beginning with Henry, I can hold the flowers if you want me to for yours.
Sure. Perfect. Thank you.
So Henry, your vows.
Yes.
That's why I said you can hold one hand and that's
Now
fine.
I get it.
Because your other hand you'll need. If you need me to help with anything, let me know.
I'll just hold your hand.
Can you
in
make the
spirit.
wind stop?
Here, I'll hold one
I'll
side.
just hold your hand in spirit if that's fine.
We got this.
Okay.
Claire, my love, esse quam videri, Latin for to be rather than to seem. I feel compelled to not just say words, but to connect into something real. I was trying to figure out just what to tell you in our vows, and then I realized we have been writing them together all along. On our first anniversary, I started a shared love journal for us to handwrite together our two combined narratives on our experiences together. One of us would write a story, and in it, One of us would write a story in it, and then the other would annotate their perspectives in it. Oh, this wind. Here, hold that for me.
Oh no, droplets.
Oh gosh.
This is that love journal. As I reread some of our entries in this, I started to notice some themes that have been there since the very beginning, and I found them summed up stunningly well by a Carl Sagan quote. We are bound only by the earth and the ocean and the sky. But there is another side that is symbolized by the cover of this journal. Above the surface you may see a tree, but the real theme runs deeper. It's the roots that we grow together. It is what connects us to the ground and to each other, despite our tendency to reach for the stars. To me, being here on this mountaintop symbolizes that very ambition and enthusiasm, but also rooted, shared through nature. I know our relationship will have seasons that are just as intense as the seasons and the weather in central Illinois that we have both grown up experiencing. Just know that no matter what season we are in, I love you, Claire, down to my very roots. I have one more part.
Wasn't sure.
Do you say that part?
Just say it.
Yeah.
Just say it?
Say it.
I'm just gonna say it, Claire. All right. Like everything else. Knowing all of this, I, Henry Feinberg, take you, Claire Benjamin, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and cherish always.
Can't kiss you yet.
Claire, it's your turn to exchange your vows.
Hang on tight.
Okay. Henry, you know me to be a deeply rooted person. But before I met you, I planted my love in shallow soil. I squandered my love amongst hungry birds, and I allowed my love to be overcome by weeds. But with you, I have finally found good soil where my love can go deeply rooted and thrive and be abundant. When I have seen myself as a small mustard seed, you have seen a beautiful tulip tree and all my potential to continually grow and flourish over a lifetime. You have known that I didn't need someone to move heaven and earth for me. You have also understood my need to be deeply rooted, even as you have desired to move with the four winds. Very apropos. For that and so much more, I love you. I love you for your spirit of adventure and bravery. It's no coincidence that our first conversation was about mountains and our mutual love of heights, and now we find ourselves here today, 3.5 years later. I love you for your limitless enthusiasm, despite my show and tell and aviation limits. I love you for your kindness and your helpfulness. I feel deeply privileged to marry a man who drops everything to help a young woman stranded in the road or a lost dog. Over the past few weeks, witnessing your care for Bruno has reinforced how lucky we are to have you. I love you for your curiosity and ability to understand the world around you, whether it's a car's engine, how our bodies metabolize, or even someone's psychological motivations. I have always said that the greatest compliment of my life is that with this profound insight, you have chosen me to be your wife. But most of all, and selfishly, I love how much and how well you love me. I love that on our first date, you got lost en route to your favorite restaurant 5 blocks away in your hometown, and during almost every drive since, because you find me so irresistibly distracting. I love that you send me flowers every Valentine's Day, even when I tell you not to, and that you buy me practical gifts like hand warmers, weightlifting gloves, and earplugs. I love that you never hesitate to hold my hand or to kiss me. I love your many, many acts of service from making me coffee every morning to teaching me how to run a half marathon, and especially for all of your efforts to plan this day. I love that you waited 4 months to tell me that you loved me, and for the first time. And I love that I never doubt that you would rather be with me than anywhere in the world, but that you love me enough to take off, pun intended, so that, as Khalil Gibran says, the oak tree and cypress grow not in each other's shadow. And I love your original, very honest, and very Henry set of vows, which I promise to uphold. I vow to love you from this day forward, for better and worse. I vow to continue to struggle and learn and grow alongside you. I vow to do all in my power to support your dreams and to realize my own. I vow to tend to you, our family, and to myself. I vow to never take this life that we begin today together for granted, but to cherish each day of forever with you. Today, I entrust you with my heart to carry with you, and I vow to carry yours with me, because it's whatever a moon has always meant and whatever a sun will always sing as you. And to close, I'd like to say a poem by Emily Dickinson. It's all I have to bring today, this in my heart beside, this in my heart in all the fields and all the meadows wide. Be sure you count should I forget someone the sum could tell, this in my heart and all the bees which in the clover dwell. You're gonna have to take these back so we don't.
Sure.
So Henry and Claire, having spoken the official words, now is the time for the fasting of your hands that will seal your union on a spiritual level. This ritual is one of deep significance and is a tradition that has spanned generations. So please interlace your hands together, taking care to breathe slowly and to focus on the connection being created.
This has to be the Wendy's fasting.
It's perfect.
What?
So look deep into each other's eyes and remember all that you have experienced together, both the highs and the lows. Henceforth, you will be united in partnership, ready to support one another through both the joys and the sorrows. This act symbolizes a deep commitment to your shared union. Just as your hands are bound before us today, so too will your lives become. While this ribbon will soon be unwrapped, your spirits will forever be joined in unity from this moment forward. Let us acknowledge the special bond you share, and may your relationship be blessed with joy and happiness. These are the hands of your partner, young and strong and full of love, holding your hands as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will hold you and comfort you in grief and uncertainty. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and joy. These are the hands that will hold your family as one. These are the hands that will give you strength. These are the hands that even when wrinkled in age will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. So wedding rings are a traditional symbol of strength and the bond between two soulmates. This bond is never broken and continues in a perpetual circle, glowing with the warm and eternal light of two souls in perfect union. By wearing these rings, we will always be reminded by the connection you share and the vows you have made today. Starting with Henry, will you repeat after me? I, Henry, present you, Claire.
I, Henry, present you, Claire.
With this ring as a symbol of our everlasting love.
With this ring as a symbol of our everlasting love.
As this ring has no end.
As this ring has no end.
My love for you is also forever.
My love for you is also forever.
So now, Claire, will you please repeat after me? I, Claire, present you, Henry.
I, Claire, present you, Henry.
With this ring as a symbol of our everlasting love.
With this ring as a symbol of our everlasting love.
As this ring has no end.
As this ring has no end.
My love for you is also forever.
My love for you is also forever.
May the wedding rings you exchange today remind you always that you are surrounded by enduring love. Henry and Claire, by the powers vested in me by the American Marriage Ministries, it is my honor and delight to declare you husband and wife. Henry, you may kiss the bride.
Ow, ow!
We got one in every audience.
Ladies
Definitely
and
stepping on
gentlemen,
my toe,
for the
though.
first time ever,